Here's another Godzilla toy review, and this time it is the NECA 12-inch figure released rather recently. Knowing that the NECA figures are known for their impressive articulation, detail, and molds, how does this one from the new movie fare out with the other kaiju toys? Well, let's take a look at the King of the Monsters. The back of the box reads, possibly the last of an ancient species of giant amphibious creatures that evolved at a time when the surface of the Earth was over 10 times more radioactive than it is today. Godzilla can convert his radiation he stores into a violent focused exhalation of atomic breath. Rarely seen but spoken of in ancient Pacific Island myths, Gojira was last spotted in 1954 when the U.S. Navy encountered and attempted to kill him with an atomic blast in the Pacific Ocean. Since then, the giant creature has been living in the deep, until a threat to his survival from an ancient foe forces him to reappear. First of all, the look is great, with the mold and detailing getting down nearly everything you would expect on a Godzilla figure. The scales, spines, teeth, eyes, snout, and tail, everything just looks very well crafted, and it is certainly top-notch. From his elephant toes to the sharp claws, this is just a great figure to look at. But there is one problem, and that is it being too dark. I don't know if this is a running thing with the other NECA figures, but I have seen some pictures and reviews of other toys, and, in comparison, those ones seem to have a much more light color scheme. The only thing that doesn't seem very dark and brown about this one are the eyes. Now, with that being said, I do still think that this is a decent overall color for the figure, but it is really unfortunate, and we could have benefited with some lighter paint apps and just an overall variety of color. As for what many would expect in a figure such as this, articulation and stability are both great. With all of these joints, you can bend at the head, mouth, neck, waist, arm, elbow, wrist, upper tail, lower tail, ankle, all over the place. This makes for some cool poses where you can display all types of actions, emotions, and even funny things for the King of the Monsters. It is also neat to get a look of this figure from different angles. However, there is one pain to this, and that is when you try to put the other half of the tail on. See, this toy comes packaged with the other half of the tail separated, so that you have to snap it onto the rest of the figure. I wouldn't really have a complaint with this if the hole in the other half of the tail wasn't so hard to connect to the ball joint. The fact that Godzilla's spine scales are painful when they drive into your hands doesn't help when connecting the tail to the figure. Yet, despite its color and tail connecting problems, this is still a very solid NECA figure of Godzilla. The detail, mode, posability, and stability of this figure is just too much fun. This is a great toy for any kaiju collection or collection in general. Seeing as how this usually goes for $20, I would say, buy it.